Hey, all my Capricorn friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer, tarot card reader, psychic, life coach, spiritual teacher, and healer. And what I'm going to do today for you is I'm going to do two tarot card readings, one focused on love and the other focused on money for the month of November 2024. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot for your money, and I'm going to use the Star Tarot for love. So that's what I'm going to do is let's start and see what Spirit has to say for you for the month of November. The first position represents the foundational position. It's where the platform with which love is starting. What's the vibration? The second position is the opportunity and or the obstacle. One coin, two sides. Every opportunity has an inherent obstacle, and every obstacle has an inherent opportunity. The third is Spirit's advice for getting around the obstacle or taking advantage of the opportunity. And the final is the potential outcome. So for love, we start with the Three of Wands, which is a passionate card in the foundational position. We have the moon in the opportunity and or the obstacle. We have the Nine of Swords for the angel's advice. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is an interesting reading because it's not really focused on love in a romantic way. It's more focused on a viewpoint of love for my Capricorns. The Three of Wands represents a blossoming in many ways. We see the butterflies here. We see a lot of passion represented by the colors, the orange, the yellow, that's very fiery. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we see a guy standing on a vista, and he's looking over what is an ocean, but it's a yellow ocean. So there's a lot of power and passion there. It's a similar energy to the Fool. So there's an adventure beginning. There's something being offered, but at the same time, the ship has not come in. Now we see the moon, which is really the strongest energy in this spread. The moon in the traditional Rider-Waite deck can represent confusion. It has a Piscean energy where things are not clear. Here, what I believe is really the phases of love for my Capricorns, and that each phase of love has something to offer itself. The white and the black dogs, wolves represent the polarities. We see a crawfish coming out of the ocean, representing some sort of awareness, psychological awareness. And then we see these ravens, and they look like they're cooing or cawing at the crawfish. There is a call forth to allow emotion to come through. At the top of one of the pillars, we see the wisdom of the owl. So for my Capricorns who have been walking through a Pluto transit, you're really been experiencing a change in who you are, how you are seen out into the world. And the angels are asking you no longer to worry, to sort of look and see that, your mind will always have a certain imprint of experiences, but are those experiences really in play? Are they really still active? Because that is where the illusion potentially lies, is in that things always remain the same, or Capricorn always has to be the one, the leader in a relationship. Because here's the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a card that's very individualistic. It shows that the querent has created something to be proud of. There is a sense of isolation attached to it because this is an individual energy. And so here, what I think is going on for my Capricorns is that there is an opportunity to look at your love life in a different way, to allow for whatever season of life you're in, to open up the possibilities and to see your own evolution within it, the wisteria, the way that we see all of these pentacles and this taming of the bird. I understand The birds are always messengers and always bring sight up. And I feel like the cat is representing an understanding of the duality. I have healthy boundaries. I know that things can sometimes be dark, but then there's so much light as well. So for my Capricorns, I think that what November is revealing is hope and possibilities, and potentially seeing where your own previous experiences have maybe held you back because you just think that's how it always rolls. And maybe there's something on the horizon that offers you a more individualistic experience in love. Okay, let's go to our money reading. Now, I think that this is actually the money readings for everyone in November, wherever you are in the world, feel like they are subject to the dynamics within the world. We know we're going through a United States presidential election. That presidential elections always affect the stock markets, but this one is unprecedented. So let's see how we're looking at money for November 2024 for Capricorn, the builder of money. Okay, our first tarot card is the Knight of Pentacles. Then we have the Hierophant. Then we have the King of Pentacles. This is looking nice. And the Queen of Pentacles. Well, this is very favorable for you. Now, it's interesting to me because it almost appears that as a Capricorn, you are still foraging through some sort of forest, making your way, but you're steady. The squirrel at the top of the card makes me feel as if I'm still gathering my nuts. I'm still on, and we see a journey. And now the Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus. Taurus uses its own skills and its own voice to build its resources. And this is something that's done methodically over time. Super Capricorn is willing to build over time. Your particular sign rewards over time. Capricorn and Saturn rule karma. And here what we're looking at is shifting potentially or starting to stand in leadership for knowing how you create money, that there is a certain journey of it, but it's not all about the drudgery. It's about also receiving. And I think this is an interesting thing because we see this peacock offering. I can't find the adjustment. The peacock offering this sort of colorful beauty behind the scenes. So here, of all the court cards in the tarot deck, you have 3 of 4 in the sign of Earth. So money is on its way. Something you've been building will continue to grow, but I also want you to know that there's a pacing to this. So if something feels slow or it feels stalled or it feels quiet for a moment, you get to sit back in the king's energy and know that you have done everything intellectually, and there's a natural ebb and flow, and the queen will continue to bring in more bounty as she represents the reception of money or resources of some kind. Money is a funny word for me. I know I titled this Love and Money because that's how humans think about it. I tend to shift the word to resources because resources is easier to sort of bust the top off of limitations. Oftentimes, humans will look at their experiences and say, well, this is historically what I've done. What does Capricorn rule? History. So this is giving you an opportunity to continue to build, to know that there's an ebb and a flow, to trust your belief system, okay, that you're building something strong and sustainable, and that money will flow in and out. And your job is to keep your eye on the prize. All right, my Capricorns, that's it for me, Teri Hunter. If you'd like to get a reading from me, my information is below in the description, and I'll be back next month with another love and tarot card reading. Be sure to look for your November astrology readings. Those readings are based on rising signs, so if you don't know that, you might want to go to one of the free birth calculators on the internet and hit that notification bell because there'll be a lot more content coming out. All right, thanks so much and have a lovely November. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.